Hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're all having a wonderful day and you're all doing well. If you're new here, very warm welcome. And for those of you who are my faithful followers, thank you so much. I am still trying to get to everybody's comments. If you got a heart, that means I read it and I will get back to you. If you're just stopping by for the first time, please leave a message in the comment box. It would really help my channel. And for those of you who always leave me a comment, thank you so much. It really helps my channel grow. Not so much grow in numbers, which I don't care about. It grows with YouTube and Google pushing my videos for people to watch. And I love having the new people. So welcome everybody who's new to my channel, who's been leaving me unbelievable messages. I mean, you just make my day. Thank you. And of course, Celeste and Denise and all the rest. Meredith, thank you so much. I really appreciate you stopping by. And Lydia and Angela, thank you very, very much. I appreciate it. And I have a list. One day I should make a list of people I need to thank and comments I need to read, because the comments people have been leaving me have been truly a blessing, because I had been about a month ago getting some really negative comments, and it's disturbing, it breaks your heart, really. It's like, why did you watch the video? Because they watched it all the way through, obviously, because they left me, really rude comments. So anyway, this is a kit that I'm working on next. I am continuing to work on this journal. I have all the pages cut out. I know what I'm doing for the cover. I'm doing a slow stitch cover, which I'm working on slowly, obviously, because I didn't even do a video yesterday. I'm just not feeling well. It's one migraine after the other, but that's another story for another time. So anyway, let me have a sip of my tea and we will get started. I had printed this kit from Daisy at French Cottage Studio. No, French Cottage Daisy. Or French Cottage Daisy. And I get them on her website shop. I don't buy them on Etsy, because Etsy's had their issues. And if you're on my Facebook, you'll know. And you can just go to that video and watch it. It's something that happened to Angela Kerr. Her Etsy account has been shut down because she had people steal her work, and they're selling it at unbelievable prices. And she thinks, because Etsy's not responding, she can have a hearing, I guess, in 3 months. They're holding her money for 6 months for the month of June. It's just terrible. I mean, it's awful. It's just so maddening that people are doing this. I mean, it happened to Rachel Roxy Creations. I had found that somebody, a pattern I had purchased from her 4 years ago. It's called the Sydney pouch. I saw it come up on Facebook, but it was hers. It was the picture from Etsy. They had bought the pattern, and then they were selling it as their pattern, because I went through the whole thing to buy it, and I could have purchased it, so anyway, it's frustrating, very, very frustrating for me, mostly because these creators are not just sitting around doing nothing and coming up with these things and just like putting them in a shop. It's a lot of work, and it's their livelihood, it's their job, it's how they get paid. So anyway, Daisy has her own website shop. It's very secure, very safe. You can pay with PayPal, you can pay with a credit card. It's very safe. And then you get your downloads right away, and they're beautiful. All of her things are hand painted, and then she digitizes them. Or like for script and things like that, she has, a script that she, that's not copyrighted. So anything that's in here, say like, for example, this pattern, this isn't copyrighted anymore. So she's used that pattern, something probably that she has in her collection. She's from France. She currently lives in the UK. And she's got some beautiful girls and nieces that she paints paintings of. And I don't know who this is. It could be a niece. I'm not sure. So there's the first page. Let me just take the paper clip off. And some of these I think I'm going to print on fabric and do some slow stitching. So there's the first page. And then I put some parchment paper here. I don't know if I'm going to use it or not, but it goes really well. And I wanted to separate. I'm sorry, that's not the first page. Let me start from the first page. And these are 2 kits. They're her embroidery kits. She only has 2. So, and these are mixed up as to which kit is which. So I'm sorry about that, but she only has 2 embroidery kits. So you'll be able to tell as I go through the pages which kit is which if you wanted to buy just one. So there's one page. And then this is a background page. So I printed that on that page. This is just avocado paper. And then there's this one. And then that's a background page. I love that, you know, taupey sepia color. I love that she's used that in this. So there's that page. And I have some of these patterns as well. And I actually have a hat that's been crocheted. Let me grab that real quick. Oh, I found it while I was thrifting at the beginning of the spring when all the snowbirds went home. But it's this one. Isn't that gorgeous? The lady was like, what are you going to do with it? I'm like, for $5? I'm going to keep it for the rest of my life. It's that the sweetest bonnet you ever saw. And the little black strings, satin ribbon. It's just beautiful. So I have it up on my cabinet on a little wooden spool, thread spool. Looks really pretty. Also, the woman, I'll tell you about that in a second. So there's that page, and then this one, parchment paper. This one I'm going to print on fabric because I want to, what I'll do is I'll print this on fabric and then I'll do some hand slow stitching on it and make a little card for it, you know, for the journal. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do with that page. And then that's the background. I mean, I could slow stitch any of these, but some of them I'm going to, some of them I'm not. And that's what I use for the background page of that one. I love this damask. It's so pretty. That's just tea stain. I love this page. And I could actually, I did do some misprinting because I printed upside down on the page accidentally. So, but I love this page. It's got prices of materials, stencil outfit only, 60 cents. And they're just pieces of patterns, which I love. I just think it would look so pretty in the journal. And because I misprinted it, I could also do some ephemera out of these as well. Maybe back them with some pattern paper or what have you. And then there's this page, which I could actually, I misprinted this page on the back. I printed the print upside down. So I could actually cut this and use it as a postcard in the journal someplace. I could even slow stitch on the paper because I've done that before too. It's just avocado paper. And then this is just an embroidery page. And I have lots of embroidery books and sewing. This is 1855. And I backed it with this. Isn't this gorgeous? So, oh my gosh, I love this page. I like how she did the toning, the darker and the lighter, and there is some writing, there's some script in there, so that's really pretty. Tea stain paper. And then this one I'm going to use as a page in my journal, but I am going to, it's already backed, so all I'm going to do is, it will actually go like this. So that will be a page in my journal, but I'll cut it out because I love it. I have another one that will be an envelope. So there's that page. Then I just separate it with this. I don't know if I'll use the parchment paper or not, but I thought it went really well. And then this page, Yep, and that's the center page. So I'm using her as the center page. She's so pretty. So it will go like this. And then those will be the pages. Don't know what I'm going to do for a cover yet. And then there's the ephemera. And I've had this kit printed forever. So I need to get it done. I'm not going to do Junk Journal July. I just think it will really stress me out. And with my headaches and stuff, it'll stress me out. So here, let me just have another cup to sip of tea. So this is some of the ephemera. And I've got some backing sheets. So what I'm going to do is okay, so yeah, so I'm going to back both of those with that. And I might use, well, that's an envelope, this is a tag, and that's a tag. But I also misprinted this. I printed on the back of it anyway, and it printed upside down, so I reprinted it, and then I thought, well, no, it doesn't matter because I'm going to back it. So anyway, it doesn't matter. I can cut this top off and use this as a journaling card, and I can also have it as a tag. I could even make an envelope out of it if I wanted to. So there's those, and then there's these, which I picked that for the backing. Aren't they so pretty? I think I'll slow stitch this too, this little piece, but not on fabric. I'll slow stitch right on the paper. And then this is from this is one of her bigger paintings, which I have. I just need to get it framed, but I made this smaller so I could put it in the journal. Isn't she precious? She's so beautiful. And then this one comes this size, but I didn't want to put it in the journal like this. I want to frame it. It says, Dear Juliet, 1876. But this is her painting. It's so, my gosh, her paintings are so gorgeous. So yeah, so I made this, I'm gonna use this as a journaling card. So I printed, I think this is 5x7. I don't remember, it's gotta be. I'm not gonna measure it. Well, all right, I will. I printed it 5x7. I should have printed 2 to a page and had 2 of them, but no, it's not. It's 3 1/4. That's weird. Oh, I printed it 50%. So 50% of that made this, because this wasn't a whole page. That's why it came out that size. But for me, it's a perfect size journaling card. So I printed it 50% and it came out 3 1/2 by 4 1/2, which is perfect journaling card size. And I'm going to back it with this, because you could still write on that if somebody wanted to. And then these are 2 different ones. So the blue ones, this one and this one, are going to be packed on this. And then this one and this one are going to be backed on this. And then the other ones that I have of these, I'm going to make this a journaling card, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that yet. Okay, so that makes sense. And then this one is an envelope, which I'm going to line with this, which I love. And I have some ticking fabric, so I'm going to incorporate that. These I'm going to print on fabric and do some slow stitching on this one for sure. Maybe on this one as well, because I'm going to print the whole thing on fabric, so I might as well. And I'm also going to use them as journaling cards. And then there's these 2. And I'm going to print this on fabric and do just the cross stitch here, which says Swan Embroidery. So there's that ephemera, which I'm going to back with that. And then this is just an envelope because I want to do something with my misprints. So these are just all the misprints that I can do things with. What happened was I meant to print 1 page that I had messed up on. This one. This one printed, the backing only printed halfway. And I clicked print to print one page, which was not that one. It was, oh, I've got to take that out because that's in the wrong place. That has to go over with this. So that goes with this journal as well. So the rest of these are either backed wrong, or what happened was I went to print one sheet, like this is upside down, and that's oh, that didn't print all the way. So anyway, these are all my, so I meant to print one page, and I had left the room. I had printed the whole kit again. So this here is actually just this kit, which I can show you this embroidery kit now. Yeah, I can, because this is just the one kit that I printed all the pages to. So it comes with these two, right? And it comes with this one. So let's count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah, 9, 10, that does not, okay, so that's the 10-page kit, right there. Oh, and those little pieces of ephemera. So this is a 16-page kit, and then this one, anything that you saw with reds, that's the 10-page kit. Like this page, that one. Oh, and then there's the backing sheets to this too. Yeah, so these all came in one kit. So one's a 10-page kit, and the other one I think is 16 pages, but I'm not positive. So let me just clip these together, because these are all going to be ephemera. And then, like I said, I accidentally meant to print just one page, and it printed the whole kit again, which is fine, because I'll use them somewhere, even if I fussy cut things and make different tags and things. And I have buttons, but I also met a woman who was selling patterns, doll patterns. Her mother was lived in Germany. She was working in a doll factory when she was 10 and 11 years old, or 10 years old, and World War II broke out, and they left Germany, went to Norway, and then left Norway and went to France, and then France, they came here. And so she had all these doll patterns. Her mom was sewing until she was 88 years old, died when she was 92, and her daughter was cleaning out her house. She's in her 70s. She's really nice. I still have contact with her. We've made a really good friendship. But anyway, she put all these doll patterns on Facebook Marketplace for $10. And I'm telling you, the box is huge and it's full. So I only pulled a few because I wanted to kind of give you an example of some of the things that she sent. My husband picked them up, but they're all old patterns for dolls. And I'm not going to pull them out, and I'm not even going to show you all of them. She had some newer ones which aren't new, they're vintage. Like some of them are antique, some of them are vintage. Well, this morning when I was going through a couple of them, my husband was like, let me just look up, you know, those patterns before, because some of them have really perfect covers. These don't. But I can still mend this and use it as a journal cover if I wanted to. But the ones that are in perfect condition that are like this, I've put aside because my husband looked it up and it was $80 on eBay. I don't know why, but it was. And it was I'm assuming it has to have like the complete pattern and all of that. So anyway, I didn't even bring it in here. So I had called her, and not called her, I messaged her, asked her the history behind these patterns. When I got them, I was so confused. I'm like, there's old ones, there's new ones, and so she told me the story. So I said, well, you wouldn't happen to have any of the dresses or any doll, clothes that she made? And she said, I don't think so, because she sold them. That's what she would do. People would order them and she would make them for their dolls. Well, she said, but if I come across anything, I'll let you know. And she did call me about a week later, and she said, I found a whole bag of laces and fabrics, but they're filthy. So you can just, either have John pick them up or you can pick them up. She lives 2 streets away from where my husband works, which is right down the street. And so anyway, he picked it up and he brought home a shopping bag, a handled shopping bag, brown, filled, like to the top, overflowing, overstuffed of laces from like Norway, France, Germany. Oh my goodness. But it was filthy, and a lot of doll clothes that were partially made, but they were in really good shape. I mean, they didn't even have to be touched. Some of them still had the pins in them where she had, cut out everything and, pinned it. Then she called me and she said, I have some things that you might be interested in. And one of them is absolutely gorgeous. And I won't bring it in because I won't be able to fit it on my table. But these I did bring in because I want to hang them in my craft room. But she made these gorgeous ribbon dolls. And they're very old. She did these back in the early 50s. And so I kept them in the original frame. John's going to, just work on it a little bit. And I thought that was velvet, but it isn't. It's like a black cardstock. But I am keeping them in the original frame. My husband put some black masking tape on them, but he said don't hang them yet because he wants to, re-glue the corners. But look at that work. It's all lace. These are all embroidered with ribbon. It's all silk ribbon. And she said the silk ribbon was from China. And she made the dolls herself. These are made out of construction paper. But they're beautiful. So there's this one and this one. So I'm going to hang them like facing each other. One's in like pink and the other one's in green. She said don't put them in the sun or where the sun is going to hit them because it will really, really fade them. But aren't they beautiful? And she said somewhere early 50s. She said like 51, 50, somewhere in the 50s, because she's 72. And she said that she made them when she was, after she had her, she was working on them. These were like some of the things that she made. And then I have some other things that she made that are, oh my gosh, just one of them is just beautiful. And all the fabrics are velvets and just trims from the Orient, and it's gorgeous, but I'll bring that out another time to show you. So that is what I'm going to be working on along with, so I'm going to flip-flop between the small journal that I'm making. I might have showed it at the beginning of the video, I don't remember. I am still working on this one, the one with the Band-Aid box, and I'm using this kit, which is the Secret Garden. So, and that's by Angela Kerr. So I've got all my pages are ready. These are just extra prints that I had. So, yeah, so I'll be, doing that, and the journal will be this size. So I'll flip-flop between both in the next few videos. It shouldn't take me long to do those videos or the journals, as long as I get to feeling better. Is that not precious? Precious. And I could not believe the price. I was like, I just can't believe you're selling that for $5, but okay. I did say that to her, but in my head I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, it's beautiful. So anyway, that's it for today, and I will see you in the next video. And remember again, it's French Cottage Shabby. I'll leave her link below to her Etsy shop. You can decide what you want to do. But she, I know, probably would prefer that you buy it from her website shop so she doesn't have to pay the fees if you're interested in purchasing this gorgeous kit. And I also have like old buttons and, you know, things like that I'll be adding here and there. And I also have some gorgeous embroidery, old newspapers, like from I have one from 1901 from France that came from a friend of mine, and then I have another one from 1911. So I'll be incorporating those things in as well. So it'll be fun. And even if you don't want to, you know, make this journal, you might want to follow along with me. I may do another one of those because the pages are a good size for it. I may do another one of those journals that I make with the, depending on how many pages there are, the altered composition notebooks, which I don't have one out. They're all in my closet. So yeah, so, you know, you might want to follow along because I'll be doing that, but I'll probably do that. Because there aren't a lot of pages. There's, you know, there's ephemera pages, but those, you know, I did put some tea stain and avocado stain in this, but I might not use that. So we'll see. But it'll probably be altered composition notebook. So anyway, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll be back in the next video to probably show you some of the slow stitching that I have done, and I'll do some on video, like Rachel from Roxy Creations, how she flip-flops. So I'll be doing that. I was going to do, like I said, Junk Journal July, but I don't want to stress myself out with another, you know, I'll be following the collaboration, and that goes on for the whole month of July. And then I have a couple of other things going on in July. I don't remember. Oh, I have another 4th of July, and I have my summer journal I want to make, which is going to be a strawberry themed journal. Although the 4th of July one, the Americana that I'll be working with, is really pretty too. So I have a lot of things coming up, a lot of interesting techniques, and different flips and flops and pockets, and working with envelopes and tea bags, and lots of things. So do stop by again. I love visiting with you, and I will see you in the next video. Until then, be kind, be sweet, and God bless. Love y'all. Bye-bye.